I'm going to do another mock draft and do edge first because I feel like they need to add some youth to the D-line. So in the combine, Jared Ivey and Landon Jackson got the highest athleticism score. This is a position that correlates highly with athleticism. So you got Jared Ivey at 274, 6'5", Landon Jackson 264, around a 4'6", 40 inch, 10 inch broad. You look at 10-yard split and you want quick get off. Pierce is probably the fastest get off, along with Colin Oliver. Shamar Stewart at 267 has a 1.58. 10-yard split. Is a 4.5. Doesn't have a whole lot of production. There's Fadill Diggs. He has a 1.6. 10-yard split at 257. There's Tyler Barron out of Miami, Florida. It's a 161, 258, 35.5 inch vert. 10-inch broad. Highest vertical jump was done by Landon Jackson. Next was Shamar Stewart. That is a trait that has a star next to it, so something you might want to have. 3 cone as well has a star next to it. Fastest 3 cone is done by Ezraku. Then Baron Sorrell, 7.06. Braden Swinson, 7.13. David Walker, 7.15. Tyler Batty at 271 has a 7.21 40 time. James Pierce is fastest. Colin Oliver, Fadill Diggs, Shamar Stewart. Shaw Joyner is a 4.6, 262. Vertical jump, broad jump. Shamar Stewart, Landon Jackson. That shows you that they have power. Go by overall score. Abdu Carter, Ezraku, JT TeSlaa, James Pierce Jr., Mike Green. Go by weight. Got Sean Martin out of West Virginia, 293. Elijah Roberts, 285. Savion Jones at 280. Jordan Birch out of Oregon at 279. Go to their stats. Shamar Stewart, sorted by total pressures. Elijah Roberts is up there in total pressures, and again, he is 285. Sorted by points per game. Got Mike Green, Ezraku, Antoine Powell, Ryland, Elijah Robinson is up there. Braden Swinson, Josiah Stewart, Tyler Batty, sorted by total points. JT TeSlaa, Antoine Powell, Ryland, Tyler Batty, Jack Sawyer, Elijah Roberts. Look at total pressures again. Ashton Gelati is up there. So just for sake of switching it up, I'll go with Elijah Roberts, 6'4", 295, strong, well-built, has a lot of experience with different alignments, lacks length, twitch, and bend to be a full-time edge player, but the size and versatility could play well as a 3-4 defensive end who can move along gaps. So if you look at what went, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, 5 wide receivers, 7 defensive tackles, 8 edges, 2 quarterbacks, 1 guard, 2 safeties, 4 cornerbacks, 2 linebackers, 7 tackles. In round 2, 2 wide receivers, 4 defensive tackles, 1 edge, 2 quarterbacks, 1 safety, 3 cornerbacks, 1 linebacker, and 3 offensive tackles. You still got 2 running backs rated 79 or higher, and you still have a lot of 70 or higher in all positions available still. You had 3 linebackers went, so all the 79 plus linebackers are gone. 5 running backs went, so there's 1 still 79 or higher. Demetrius Knight is still available. Shamar Stewart, 6'4", 300 at defensive interior. Look at overall score. There's Graham Nolan, Tyreek Williams at Ohio State, Derek Harmon at Oregon, Kenneth Grant at Michigan. Athleticism score, Ingram Dawkins has 87, CJ West has 86, Hemingway out of South Carolina has 85, Harrison Hunt has 84, Zeke Biggers has 84, got Demetrius Knight, Princely, Shamar Turner, Alfred Collins, Braden Swinson, Cam Scattaboo, JT TeSlaa, Xavier Strepo, Jack Sawyer, Elijah Arroyo, Darren Porter, Jared Ivory. Tight ends that are available: Arroyo, Taylor, Ferguson, Fannin. Wide receivers that are available: Restrepo, Noel, Royals, Savion Williams, Ted Johnson, Trey Harris, Isaiah Bond. Sorted by athleticism score, you got TeSlaa has a 96, Nair has a 95, Noel has a 91, Sam Brown Jr. has a 90, Jaden Higgins has a 90. Overall score, T-Mac has an 89, Burton has 85, Jaden Higgins has 83, Golden 82, and Mekabuga 82. Look at the cornerbacks available. Hunter has a 92, Jared Barron has a 90, Ravel has 84, Morrison has a 83, Will Johnson has 83. Right now there's 7 went. So you have 1 or 2 available in the 74-75 range as far as cornerbacks go. Look at interior O-line. Tate Ratledge, Jared Wilson. Tate Ratledge is 6'6", 300. Jared Wilson is more athletic, but he's on the shorter side at 6'3", 310. Look at the overall score for centers. You got Wilson, McLaughlin, Kendall, Monaheim, Eli Cox. Athleticism score, you got Wilson, Cox, Kendall, Majors, McLaughlin. Xavier Restrepo put up some nice numbers with Miami. He's 5'10", 198. Brings a slot receiver skill to NFL. Jaylin Noel tested really nicely. Combine 5'11", 200. Compact and powerful slot. Trey Harris, 6'3", 210. Projects as an alluring wide receiver 3. Likes to push the ball down the field. Has a route tree and separation rates. Leaves something to be desired. But he can keep defense honest with his field stretching ability. Going for wide receivers, Tej Johnson has an elite 6'6", 5. Very shifty. Jalen Lane, 6'75". Jacoby George, 6'7". Daniel Jackson out of Minnesota, 6'7". Daniel Jackson also has a 4.07 shuttle and is 193 pounds, 5'10", only 30-inch arms, so small arms. Sorted by athleticism by a 10-yard split. Golden has a 149. Jaylin Royals is a 149. Royals is 6 foot 205. Has pretty good production. Look at height. Daquan Felton is tallest at 6'4", 213. Decent 3-cone. 4'5". Short shuttle. TeSlaa is the fastest. Then Daniel Jackson and Jaylin Lane. Tej Johnson. Look at production score. T-Mac, Burden, Abuka, White, Higgins. Look at Torrey Horton, 6'3", 185. A lot to like about Horton's game, including the nuance, pride in the little things, competitiveness, and sure hands. You look past his athletic drawbacks, limited long speed and agility, projects as a mid-round possession receiver. The chance of being a coaching favorite who sticks around for a long time. He has an 86th percentile contested catch rate and a catch percentage above 92% in each of his past 2 seasons. He has limited flexibility, acceleration, long speed. He's a nuanced player. Quick feet out of the releases with active hands. Being an effective receiver off press coverage. Knows how to set up defenders with shoulder fakes. Isaiah Bond. Bond's world-class speed will be coveted, likely in the top 50, but he needs to continue to grow as a receiver, not just as a fast player, to remain on the field for more than vertical play calls. As a route runner, he does lack nuance beyond vertical stems. He needs to be better tempering his speeds and two-time throwing windows and learn to stop when he finds soft spots against zone coverage. Decently strong for his size, but it comes to inconsistencies. His contested catch percentages are low, but he does have some strong receptions on tape. Jaylin Royal, 6 foot 205. His compact build, just above 6 feet, 200 pounds. Frame gives him strength when working through contact and running up after the catch while breaking tackles. His strength does not stop there, as his hands are reliable in open and contested situations. Fast feet against press coverage when breaking on routes. His athleticism appears limited for the NFL. Won't be a vertical separator with just speed, and his acceleration can run hot and cold. Does have ample experience as a slot and outside receiver. Want vertical jump. Jaylin Noel is the highest at 41.5. Sam Brown Jr. 41.5. Jaylin Lane 40. Ty Felton 39.5. Isaac TeSlaa 39.5. Ty Felton 6'2", 186. Featured wideout in Maryland's offense 24, but lacks the true difference-making qualities needed to be more than a late-round flyer and depth receiver in the NFL. Former 3-star, decent height and length for the position, but on the smaller side of just under 190. Solid receiving production at 24, hinged on hitches and screen passes versus off coverage. As a route runner, he lacks the nuance to really attack defenders' leverage or stem them up to create separation at the break point. Seems like the flexibility and true change of direction ability to be a top-tier route runner. Brian is a former 3-star recruit, worked his way into being the focal point of the Illinois' passing attack. His frame lends itself to a possession receiver label. He is a strong player with good catch rates through the contact and on open targets. He is more nuanced in his release and routes than is typical for an X receiver. He does lack the long speed to be a consistent threat up the sideline, but can generate separation there when he sets up defenders with his route running. Look at the running backs. Giddens at 6'1", 212, brings good eyes, patience, and anticipation. A backfield, finding open space between the tackles. With good one-cut ability and long strides for long speed, he needs to play with more violence to gain yards after contact if he is to truly make a name for himself in running back rotation. Since 5'10", 160-pound frame comes with natural drawbacks, a lack of strength versus press, and the catch point, a smaller catch radius, and shorter stride length. However, he possesses ideal skills and great football intelligence. Small hands, slender build. Johnson is reliable at the catch point. He boasts top-tier quickness that yielded a 99th percentile separation rate. His agility after the catch makes him tough to corral. He understands winning with nuance and technique. He is naturally limited as a blocker. Go ahead and go with Jaylin Noel here. Just to switch it up, Jaylin Noel would be a great slot option to help in the intermediate area. He also has that straight line speed that could probably push downfield. So 3 wide receivers went second round. 4 defensive tackles, 2 edges, 2 quarterbacks, 5 wide receivers, 7 defensive tackles, 4 edges, 2 quarterbacks, 1 safety, 4 cornerbacks, 1 linebacker, 3 tackles. Second round. So round 3, you got 10 running backs, 70 or higher, 9 tight ends, 14 wide receivers. All the defensive tackles are gone, 2 edges, 3 quarterbacks, 10 guards, 5 centers. All the safeties are gone, 6 cornerbacks, 6 linebackers, and 4 tackles left. Here I went Tate Ratledge. So I took Tate Ratledge, Chris Paul, went Terrence Ferguson, DJ Giddens, Wyatt Milam, Marcus Embow, Sevian Williams, Lathan Ransom, Charles Grant, Anthony Belton, Isaiah Bond, Devin Neal, Dorn Strong, Deion Walker, Harold Fannin, Jeffrey Bossa, Tej Johnson, Jared Wilson, Jaylin Royals, Kobe Bryant, Jonas Sinker, Andrew Makuba, Jay West, Ashton Gelati, Jamari Caldwell, Condarius Robinson, Anais Peebles, Simon Rucker, Baron Sorrell, David Walker, JJ Peggis, Stella Dotson, Gunnar Helm, Jacob Parrish, Mata Hassanine, Tate Ratledge, Noel Williams, Brandon Crenshaw Dixon, Will Howard, Alexander. So now we have 8 running backs, 6 tight ends, 10 wide receivers, no defensive tackles, no edges, 2 quarterbacks, 9 guards, 4 centers, no safeties, no cornerbacks, 4 linebackers, and no tackles left over. Riley Leonard is still available, 6'4", 216, tough dual threat quarterbacks. Passing efficiency numbers reveal too many inconsistencies on a throw-by-throw basis for him to be an NFL starter. That will have to improve if he is to be more than a backup. Linebackers, got Barrett Carter, Jack Kiser, Kobe King available here. Overall athleticism score, Eugene Asante, Jalen Walker, Jod Campbell, Cam Medrano, Nick Martin. Look at weight. Jalen Walker's 243, Sweshinger 242, Jalen McLeod is 241, Tyreen Powell 239, 40 speed, you got Demetrius Knight at 22 miles per hour, Jod Campbell, Cam Medrano, 40 time, Cam Medrano's 4'4", Gene Asante's 4'4", Jod Campbell 4'5", Danny Stutzman 4'5", Nick Martin 4'5", short speed, Mui Goa out of Florida, Miami 424, Demetrius Knight 425, Cone, Jay Higgins 701, Mar James 709, Demetrius Knight 712, Howie Goa 715. Let's look at points per game. Chris Paul Jr.'s up there, Carson Sweshinger, Teddy Buchanan, Jay Higgins, Sean Dolak, Howie Goa's up there, Jalen Walker, scored by stops, Chris Paul Jr.'s up there, Stutzman, Jod Campbell, Sweshinger, Buchanan, Howie Goa, Kobe King, Cody Simon. Scored by safeties, you got Billy Bowman, Elijah Huzzy, Quincy Riley, Upton Stout. Look at their stats. Safeties on a points per game basis, you got Caleb Weaver, Manning, Jenkins, Kendall Daniels, Kobe Bryant, Malaki Moore, Will Johnson, DJ Harvey, Willow Dotson, Kuba. Look at athleticism score for cornerbacks. Got Tommy Hill, Darren Porter, Caleb Ransaw, Jacob Parrish, Revel. Overall score, you got Hunter, Barron, Revel, Morrison, Will Johnson. Look at height, Darren Porter is 6'2", Zach Frazier 6'2". Overall score for safeties is Emmanuel Wari, Malaki Stark, Xavier Watts, Kuba, Nathan Ransom. Athleticism scores, you got Emmanuel Wari, Keaton Crawford, Marcus Seigel, Jonas Sinker, Craig Woodson. Production score, Emmanuel Wari, Starks, Watts, Castro, Kuba. Look at athleticism score for running backs, Trevion Henderson, Judkins, Edwards, Trevor Etienne, Jaden Blue. 3 cone for running backs, Taj Brooks, Prentice Jackson. You look at the fastest 10-yard split, you got Tootin, Etienne, Edwards, Judkins, Blue. Go with Jack Kiser here, 6'2", 231. So you have 2 running backs, 3 tight ends, 6 wide receivers, no defensive tackles, no edges, no quarterbacks, 7 guards, 4 centers, no safeties, no cornerbacks, 2 linebackers, and no tackles left over. To see which tight ends are available, you got Oz, Fadone, Prescorn, Conyers, Dipri, Lachey, Gadsden. 10 tight ends have gone, 3 rated 70 or higher, so left. Go ahead and go with TeSlaa here. Caleb Ransaw, bigger, stronger nickel defender, reliable in tackling and run support. However, concerned about his coverage, quickness may push him playing safety rather than nickel. I'll go ahead and go with him here. I'll go with Kurtis Rourke, 6'4", 230, posted a career low 2.5 turnover worthy play rate. Let's look at the weight for defensive tackles. Toia, 342, Yaya Black, 336, Tyreek, 334, Elijah Simmons, 334, go by 40, Ty Robinson's 4'8, Harrison Hunt, 486, Grim Dawkins, 486, both Fadill Diggs. Look at defensive tackles on a points per game basis. Got Toia, Horsley, Graham, Nolan, Alexander, Robinson, Harrison Hunt, Tafuna, Yaya Black, Kenneth Grant, Gregory, TJ Sanders, Peoples, Deion Walker, Big East. I'll just go for sake of different. I'll go with Hutmacher, Russell's for Nebraska 2. And lastly, I'll go with Toia. I got 2 edges, 2 D tackles, 2 wide receivers, didn't grab a tight end. Got a quarterback, got a safety, and a guard. Patrick Roberts has a 70, Jaylin Noel 80, Tate Ratledge 84, Jack Kiser 68, TeSlaa 70, Caleb Ransaw 60, Chris Rourke 70, Fadill Diggs 66, Hutmacher 60, Toia 54, for an overall average of 68.2, total point score 682.